You're just gonna have to face some simple truths, folks. Okay? None of you will be as cool as me right now. Tips the Fedora. Hello and welcome back to another episode of What You Missed News, the video game news show that recaps some of the news stories this week that might be important to the video game industry and you as well. EA clarifies use of microtransactions in UFC 3. You know, you just don't learn your lesson, EA, do you? You just... How many times are we going to have to teach these old guys the same lesson over and over again? So, the long and the short of this one is that there are kind of loot boxes, kind of, in UFC 3. And what ends up happening is that you can upgrade fighters, certain attacks, grapples, fundamental moves like submissions, and that's all well and good, okay? So you have one character, he's really good at grappling, and you get something that gives him a boost in a specific grappling move. Makes a lot of sense. It gives depth to the game, and it's not just a plain wrestling game. So what the problem is that a lot of people were upset that when they went in matchmaking, somebody would basically be paying to win against them in multiplayer matchmaking because they would have an upgraded individual and someone else would not. So this would be the problem, and they said that the system matches people against each other that are like in the similar camps. So they have the similar upgrades and similar stats, keeping the matches even. Here, I have a solution for you, EA, okay? Here's my solution. Disable loot boxes and upgrades in multiplayer matches. Is that a problem? I don't play UFC, but I can kind of relate this to like a fighting game, okay? If you had a fighter who was top tier upgraded and it was matched with another top tier upgraded fighter, what would it matter if you just took all those upgrades away and had them fight with the default fighters? It would literally be the same because they're being matched up with the same upgrades anyways. So what's the difference? Why? Why? Loot boxes are cancer, man. Microtransactions are cancer. And, well, EA, you're going to have to deal with it with all of your games because you seemingly put them in most of them. I don't understand why people are still accepting these things, but there's still arguments for loot boxes somehow. BloodBorne DATAMINER discovers bosses cut from the game, so I'll go ahead and throw some of the bosses, unused content, NPCs up here on the screen. If you're a big fan of the Soul series, BloodBorne series, you guys would probably be excited to see this. A YouTuber named Sandisk, that's Sandisk without an I or a Y, it's DSK, specializes in uncovering hidden content and lore in the Soul series and recently offered these individuals that he uncovered through data mining, so there you go. Cuphead has received a new patch on the PC. The update fixes some very problematic bugs, tweaks gameplay balance, it lowers the power of charge shots, and it fixes the infamous Megaman army glitch. And it allows you to now maintain a weapon charge during a parry also. So, some good things, some bad things. I guess it just balances out the game as best it can. If you're interested in Cuphead, there you go. So there's a PS2 theme making its way to the PS4. If you didn't have the beautiful PlayStation 2 back in the day, trust me, you really missed out on something amazing. The PlayStation 2 is an absolute wonderful console, and what ended up happening is that a few companies had come together, Truant, Pixel, as well as PlayStation US, Japan, and Naughty Dog, took the theme of the PlayStation 2, the original PlayStation 2 OS, the sounds, how it looks, the feel of it, and is applying it to a theme that you can download for your PlayStation 4. So it's not just one thing. It mimics the sights, sounds, and functionality of a PlayStation 2 dashboard while still maintaining the PlayStation 4. So I think it's really awesome, and I'll probably download it for my PS4. Though I don't use my PS4 that much. Maybe this will make me use it more. Capcom teases a Megaman 30th anniversary live stream. This is going to be on December 4th. They said nothing else really other than celebrate the Blue Bombers' big 30th with us. That's the card, and watch live. You won't want to miss it. So there you go. If you guys are interested in that, You can check that out. That's going to be on Twitch. It's going to be on the company's Twitch channel, of course. And the hour is going to start at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you can check out the timings and all the information in the link down below. A new video has come out that is Toad's mushroom a hat or his head. And there's a video that attempts to figure that out. This is kind of odd because I think we can solve this within seconds. Toad is based off a mushroom. Real mushrooms in real life have a stem and a cap. You can pull the cap off the stem, and that's it. It's done. So Toad's stem includes his head, and the cap is the mushroom on the top. Take the cap off. It's his hat. It's his head. Why are we still discussing this? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have Super Mario Run being the most downloaded game on Android in 2017. I said this a long time ago. I said I hope Nintendo comes through and unifies the iOS and Android marketplace, and it sure seems that it's blazing a way through. Microsoft and Sony are probably quite jealous right now because of the amount of money that Nintendo is raking in and the publicity on the games alone, man. They really should have jumped on that while they had the chance. Drama around Milwaukee's Pokemon Go ordinance ends in $83,000 settlement. Excuse me, man. Can you imagine being sued for $83,000 because of Pokemon Go? Okay, so the long and the short of this story is that basically when Pokemon Go was real popular, people went into this park and they trashed it. So there's a lot of kids who don't clean up after themselves. There's a lot of teenagers, there are a lot of dirty adults out there. You know who you are. If you got grimy room, if you throw trash on the ground, you know exactly who you are. You're nasty. So they destroyed this park. Milwaukee didn't really like that and said, hey, you know what? We're banning Pokemon Go in the park. Now, a lot of people had an outcry about this. There was a lawsuit involved, and what it ended up coming down to is that the company would have to provide a $1 million insurance policy if the park got trashed in order to have the Pokemon Go stops in their park, which I guess they wanted or didn't. I don't know why. But yeah, for any potential damages that might be as a result of people playing Pokemon Go in the park, because Pokemon Go attracts children who don't clean up after themselves, I guess that's what was alluded to. But apparently the municipality has settled and agreed to pay the video game company's legal fees, which was around $83,000. Don't get into a lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the reasons I use websites as citation sources instead of just saying things myself, and then I also use an opinion to support it because I don't really want to be sued to the degree of $83,000. So there you go. Pikachu named ambassador of Osaka. That's Japan Foreign Minister Taro Kano adorned the pair of mascots with the honor in a bid to promote the country's bid to host the World Expo in 2025. Dubai is set to host the Expo for 2020, while France, Russia, and not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Sorry, apologize greatly, but there are several countries trying to fight for the Expo for 2025. This would bring a lot of foreigners to their country, a lot of trade, a lot of sales, economy boosting, so they want it. So apparently they used Pikachu as the ambassador. What do you want me to say about this? It's Japan, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, at one point in time, Pikachu is a soccer mascot, also in Japan. So, I'm not surprised anymore. I really am not. I am, but I'm not at the same time. Like, man, they love Pokemon over there. And I gotta tell you, I love Pokemon too, so I can't exactly disagree with this, but I think, sometimes you gotta be a little bit more professional than just being like, you know what, Pikachu's our ambassador. Deal with it. Okay. that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are going to have a great week. You can make this a great week yourself just by changing a few things in the way you think about things. So try, with the power of the mind, to have a good day and a good week. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a dislike if you disliked this video, and some constructive criticism. And remember, you'll never be as cool as me because you don't have these shades that make me feel like a 9-year-old again. Oh man, look at these sick sunglasses. Oh man, I look so cool. Tip fedora. Tip the fedora, folks. You guys have yourselves a great day. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming. God bless, and tip the fedora. I paid $6 for this. I paid $2 for this. $8, folks, just for a gag. What's wrong with me?